Good morning. It is Wednesday, February 19th, 2020, and the discussion of today's topic is don't be discouraged. It's something that happens to all of us. It happens to me all the time. It's a real wind out of the sails feeling. But what you need to remember is that the sails are still there, and you probably got some paddles for rowing, and you could also just be patient and know that the wind will return. We're going along, we're doing well, something bad happens, right? What we're going to talk about is why we don't get discouraged when something that we don't like happens. The main reason would be you can tend to make things worse. It's the power of attraction. It's the law of the universe. You kind of get back what the kind of energy you put out there. And a lot of us receive things that make us feel discouraged. Takes away our courage, you know. We don't have the confidence that we did before. And you got to ask yourself, did anything change with me? Or are things just changing around me? Because if they're changing around you, you're good. It's going to keep happening. The real key is that you didn't change in a negative way. And if you didn't change in a negative way, well then don't be discouraged. What I notice in the race of life is that few people have the endurance and stick-to-itness to keep running along and deal with hardships and not let it injure them, disqualify them, or ultimately quit that race. A great name for them would be hurdles. And when they put a hurdle in your way during a race, you have to overcome that hurdle. And you have to overcome it with positivity. You have to put that obstacle behind you and not think about it too much. If you spent time trying to let it defeat you, that's not going to work. Even if you spent time trying to destroy it, it's going to delay you. It's going to slow you down. I'm talking to you all about this today because I recently have been discouraged. I found a way to help fix my loneliness. The ultimate solution was to be my own best friend, and I'm still working on it. In the meantime, I have found some other best friends, people other than myself, that I appreciate. I tried to schedule time to be with them. For the most part, it's been successful. But recently, I was canceled on, and it felt discouraging. And I really had to take notice of myself to see what that did to me. Well, at first it made me angry, bitter, you know, but that's very quick initial reactions that I've learned to control. So that feeling didn't last long at all. In fact, I really wasn't that angry at all. It was mostly just discouraged. But I did kind of feel like either giving up or attacking the situation, a bit of a fight or a flight response for sure. Ultimately, I just tried to be positive and tried to be patient And in the end, I don't feel completely disrespected. I don't feel like the person completely dissed me and just doesn't care about me and made me feel unimportant. I do feel like the person did put in effort to let me know that they still wanted me to be a part of their life. And that's what I need to focus on. Not focus on the fact that I won't get to see them like I thought I would. And through that positivity, I know it's going to be all right. I'll find other things to do, and I can enjoy myself doing those things. I do have stuff to do. Also, things come up, and it hurts when people make us feel like we aren't a priority because other things are more of a priority. But we've all done that to other people, so I think it's good to just forgive and get over your hurt feelings. And really, it means be an adult about it and know that the world isn't all about you, and people have things going on, and you can still experience that gratification that you want. But if you're always looking for instant gratification, expect to be disappointed. Expect that, but try not to get discouraged. Try to manage your expectations. Know that the world doesn't hate you. It's just a complicated and busy place. And sometimes it's there for you and sometimes it's not. And that's why I always tell people to be their own best friend, so that when the world lets them down, they didn't lose their best friend. It's probably a theme that I'm learning to develop through all of these videos. And I am. I can honestly say it's good. I'm my own best friend now, and I fucking love it. But I still feel like I need at least one person in the world that's there for me, that like we have a deal worked out where we're just there for each other, and we always we feel supported by the other person. I think that would be a beautiful thing. Out of all the relationships I've heard of friends with benefits, fuck buddies, girlfriend, boyfriend, engaged, dating, just seeing each other, just talking, fiance, married, single, widowed, divorced, all of them, I think I just put all of those to the side and say that my main goal would be to just find someone that's there for me. Sorry, I thought I had the TV on. Oh, hopefully that doesn't fuck up my display too much. Yeah, it did. Alright, we'll see how that affects the video later. So, ultimately, you're moving along, keep moving along, keep it positive, don't get discouraged because you could tend to screw things up. You get angry, you spread that anger, they get angry, it goes back, it creates a cycle, it's a negativity spiral. Sometimes there's no getting out of it. Negativity spirals, it's like a fight, but it's not a good fight. So the bad fight usually often leads to flight, and then that flight, a lot of people don't come back from it. They just leave for good. At least when you run away from a good fight, sometimes you want to come back to it. But when you run away from a bad fight, usually you're just done with it for good. So here's some quotes on discouragement to wrap us up. You are not a victim. No matter what you have been through, you're still here. You may have been challenged, hurt, betrayed, beaten, and discouraged, but nothing has defeated you. You are still here. You have been delayed, but not denied. You are not a victim. You are a victor. You have a history of victory. That's exactly it. I wanted to give up. I was angry. I wasn't going to do anything, but I ended up calling the person and talking to him last night, and it went well. It was a good talk. And I ultimately just said, like, hey, in the future, please don't cancel on me like that. Just reschedule, because I don't want to feel like I've been denied, but I can handle being delayed. That was by Steve Maraboli. All right. This book is full of empty love quotes. If you are looking for the meaning of life and love, then this book is for you. You won't find the answers here, of course, but you'll be more encouraged than ever to keep on looking. Or maybe you'll be discouraged. Either way, I'll have your money, and you'll have no answers. Sounds like a fair deal to me. That's a good one, man. Dora Arad. So, I mean, basically she's saying, you know, um, there's no answers to any of this, but there are some pretty good questions. All right. Sometimes it feels like life has buried us in the dirt, when in reality, we've been planted with an opportunity to grow. And that's what's going on for me. All these new things where I'm getting discouraged, and my immediate reaction is to make them feel as bad as I feel. You know, basically it's fear, it's hurt, and you don't want to share that shit with people. You want to become an adult and learn how to manage that stuff and turn it into something positive that you can share with the world. That's what I'm doing. I'm not, you know, I'm not discouraged. I worked hard last night. I did all my stuff. I made peace with the person. I'm going to move on and find my happiness. And if they want to join me again one day, you know, I'm not bitter and resentful. They're welcome to. I forgive them for being busy, and I understand. And, you know, ultimately it's just that, like, if someone wants to see you, they will, you know. And so it hurt when someone didn't want to see me, and the way I deal with that pain is the ultimate lesson, and turn it into something positive is what I've learned. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys can take whatever pain you have and turn it into something positive. Blessings.